Fresh meat.
Hey everybody, Butcher here, and today we're going to be talking about how to make some solo builds for Acro. And the main thing that we want to be concerned with is picking talents that allow us to get away or win the 1v1 fight. As a solo player, you want to engage only on 1v1s, or you most of the time have to get away from either a big herd, a big group of other carnivores, or anything that might be in your way. Let's just take a look at the talent tree. I'm on a deathmatch server right now, so I have 48 talents. We're going to be looking at a 1.2 build today with 31 talents. And I'd say the main thing that you want on any solo dinosaur is your Aqua and Sneaky. So we're going to be starting with that. And the reason I'm taking Aqua is because I'm not really finding much value anymore in Sure-Footed, unless you play Packy or Koa, or sometimes Meg or Megaraptor to get away from other Megs or Megaraptors. I think the Aqua affinity is going to be far more valuable. That way, if you do find yourself in a situation of trouble, you can just get out pretty easily with Aqua. You just go to the water and voila, you're safe. Hopefully there's no fish, but we're going to take the chance and hope that there's not, because if there's danger on land, we definitely want to take Aqua just to get away and just hope that there's no fish there. But then we're going to be taking Sneaky. Sneaky allows you to get stealth kills. It allows you to just lurk around and pick your fights rather than them picking you, because if you have no footprints on the ground, then they won't know where you are. And I would say the next point we're going to be going into probably focuses more around acros in general, or we're going to be getting there. We're going to be taking Exhausting Bite, so we're going to do 3 points in Exhausting Bite. And then also 3 points in Serrated Teeth. So the Exhausting Bite is really, really good for perhaps tropes that might attack you, or anything like any smaller creature that you're going to want to burn their stamina so they can't get away from you and they can't work one over on you. Even Rexes, if you're fighting Rexes with this build, you just use your Exhausting Bite, tank their stamina, you can now sprint, they can't, and you have far more mobility than they do. And then our Serrated Teeth, the biggest thing here is stacking the bleed damage. And then also, you know, if something is bigger than you, like a Rex, then you will do more damage. Or possibly a fish that gets beached, or perhaps a Sai, even. You just want to max these, or the Serrated Teeth, all the time. It's really, really good for Acro. And we're definitely going to be taking Endurance next. That's just being able to move around a little bit better, go places faster. Endurance is just really good talent overall. Then we're going to be taking Strong Legs, and we're actually only going to be putting 2 points in Strong Legs. I typically find that you only need 2 points in Strong Legs to get around okay, and the reason we're only taking 2 is so we can put talents elsewhere, and that it's just not that important to have 3. I've put 3 points in Strong Legs before, and it just doesn't seem to make that big of a difference. It does a little bit, but this is gonna be for kind of like your Reincarn build. And let's see, let's go 3 in Nimble. Nimble allows you to charge through somebody and turn around real quickly, get on their butt and start ass riding them, and it just helps so much in the 1v1. And it also helps you versus like multiple foes, like let's say there's a Megalosaurus or Megaraptor. I really wish they would have named them something different. Meg and Meg is so confusing sometimes. So yeah, the Nimble Foot, it's a really good thing to have, as well as Swiftness. Normally I'm not like a huge fan of Swiftness, but for this build we're definitely going to take Swiftness because it just helps you get away from things a little bit faster. This kind of completes this side of the tree, so right now we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22, 23 points. And then we can put our points elsewhere. Alright, and now we're going to go down into the combat tree and put 2 Out of Element. Out of Element really isn't a valuable talent in this build. It's just going to add to your aquatic damage. Let's say you take Aqua and go out into the ocean. It will buff your damage out there in the water, but it's not very, very important to have. I mean, you can hunt in the rain with this build, and that will also give you a little damage boost, but it's really just kind of a filler talent to get down to what we want. We're also going to be taking 2 points in Persistence. Persistence is very, very good on Acro. It allows you to roar more often, bite more often, and do the combination of the both. Then we're going to be going to Unbreakable, 2 points. This allows us to just have some injury mitigation. When something is stacking injury on you, it'll still allow you to move. Like, let's say you get next to a chrono in the water and he injures you. This will allow you to get out of the water faster, especially paired with strong legs. It will help you get away from that dangerous situation, or even if you fight a Rex, it'll prevent the injury stack that they do on you, or even a Psy. And our next talent will be Intimidating Roar, 2 points. That's just going to prevent them from doing much damage to you, prevent them from doing injury to you. The roar is so valuable. The only reason I'm placing more emphasis on swiftness and the speed tree is just purely to get away. But the Intim roar, 2 out of 3, is more than enough to actually just get you to the point where they're not doing enough damage and you can get behind them with the nimble footed and swiftness and do really, really well. I didn't put points in resilience down to healing or strong bones, simply because I think the combat tree is more valuable, especially with the persistence. If you're solo and you're trying to roar somebody, having the persistence to be able to roar is far more valuable than healing, because most of your fights will be 1v1 anyway, and that's kind of what you want. You want to have the damage and the ability to be able to make that happen. If you don't have healing, that's kind of okay. We didn't have strong bones, but we took Unbreakable instead, and that's pretty nice. The whole build is kind of like a speed combat mix, and this is a good build for any solo Acro. It'll do great for you guys. If you guys have any Acro tips, leave them down below in the comments, and we'll go on to the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching, buddy.